there. Welcome to the 2021 NXTSTAGE Financial Technology Innovation Showcase. I'm Mary Beth Jarvis. I'm the Executive Director of Nextus Incorporated and the NXTSTAGE Pilot Competition. Nextus is led by CEO Josh Oetting. We have a small but mighty staff, and we work alongside local partner organizations to build the ecosystem supporting founders and their up-and-coming businesses. We are all about giving those founders, those startups, those entrepreneurs connections to resources that they need, capital to help their businesses grow, and we help them in their journey to find customers, the holy grail of trying to grow a new business. The NXTSTAGE Pilot Competition is all about finding customers. We want to also increase the pace of innovation in our region. We want to push our local companies and community organizations to partner with promising young companies that offer tomorrow's tools. Can the air capital of the world become the pilot capital of the world? Can we roll out a red carpet to be early adopters of promising technologies, to improve our businesses, to fuel the growth of our economy, and to improve our communities and our quality of life? That's what NXTSTAGE is all about, and that's why we're here tonight. We seek out and curate highly promising startups and technologies in a number of fields. Today is specifically about financial technology. This pilot competition targeted startups offering tomorrow's tools to improve the operations, customer experiences, and community impact of our region's banks, credit unions, and financial services company. So how'd this program start? Well, 2020 was our first year that we ran the competition. And COVID crazy, we actually managed to draw more than 250 global applicants across a large number of technologies. With FinTech, we had about 60 applicants and narrowed it to 11 finalists, and 2 exciting young companies walked away with new projects with founding partners Emprise, Fidelity, and Intrust Bank. That innovation showcase, just about a year ago, drew 200 plus real-time streaming attendees, and more than 800 people ended up watching it. A real celebration of entrepreneurship, both local and national, and it was a jolt of innovation energy for the region and for our local banks, community, credit unions, and financial institutions. Now, earlier this year, we ran a competition that was sponsored by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Kansas for startups that were offering technologies to help population health and solve community growth challenges in urban and rural communities across Kansas. That innovation showcase in August led to 3 immediate, 4 longer-term pilot projects, and about 20 more continuing conversations to have innovations implemented in communities across our state. That's going to have real impact on our community right away and over time. These projects are helping propel innovation around things like increasing childcare capacity, improving mental health services, battling diabetes, engaging senior citizens, and crucial issues that right now thwart population health or community growth in our state. So now we get to introduce you to our 2021 Financial Technology, or FinTech, Superstars. This year's FinTech program drew 107 competitors. That's up 65% from 2020. They hailed from 27 states and 10 countries, a super diverse group. Of our overall applicants, 81% had ethnic minority or females as founders. In the world of FinTech, that's fabulous. Nextus staff partnered with leaders from our founding partners to curate this group of 12 rockstar finalists. We've hosted them in Wichita this week. It also is a diverse, exciting group. They're focused on helping our region's financial services companies improve operations and more effectively reach and help those currently underserved or, frankly, opting out of engagement with the financial services industry. So today is their debut. They're going to have the chance to describe how they can add value to our region's companies, and this is your chance to get a glimpse at the future. Feed off their innovation energy and imagine what banks, credit unions, and financial service companies in the heartland of America could be offering to their customers and utilizing to make their operations better in the coming years. So you'll hear from them in just a sec. But first, a minute about who got us here. First of all, the Wichita Community Foundation. They helped kickstart NXTSTAGE with a grant from their Talent Ecosystem Fund. It really helped establish the program. They had faith in this program's potential to up our region's game with respect to attracting and retaining modern talent, tech-enabled, could go anywhere, future-focused talent. We also have core pilot partners in our local banks. The first one is Emprise Bank. Led by the Michaelis family, Emprise has a rich history of serving this region and a firm commitment to thinking differently, flexing their innovation and collaboration muscles, and leading into the future. The Emprise way is focused on serving both their customers and the community at large. Then there's Fidelity Bank. Fidelity and the Bastian family are committed community leaders as well. They urge us bravely onward through the challenges and opportunities faced by individuals, businesses, and the community over the years. How they think about the promise of opportunity guides all they do, including supporting entrepreneurship and innovation through Nextus and NXTSTAGE. We also have amazing partners like Intrust Bank. They were one of our FinTech founding partners last year. BKD CPAs and advisors, they helped make tonight's broadcast possible, along with relevant audiovisual, who are doing everything they can to make this a smooth event. They're just sort of depending on me to help them a little. We'll see how we do. Then we have a village of supporters for our region's entrepreneurs. The Ewing Marion Kauffman Foundation out of Kansas City, Network Kansas, kind of the original entrepreneurship support organization across our state, and the Greater Wichita Partnership. Day in and day out, they pursue the overall goal of building our economy, helping people and businesses and our whole region reach their potential. We thank them so much for their support of Nextus and NXTSTAGE. We also have great, talented, and generous supporters that help create and run this competition, adding to that small but mighty staff of Nextus. They provide awesome experiences for the founders that we bring in from all over the country and the hemisphere, in fact, to here to Wichita. Thanks tons to Janice Perkins of Capacity Communication, Kara Cleaver with CK Communications, and the whole team at Occidental Management. Occidental's hosting us today at some really sexy space in the Ice House. So it's open for lease, people. So take a look. So now we're going to get to see our startups. These are the finalists that beat out all of the competition, 107 down to 12. These are exciting, interesting companies that are somewhere on their startup journey, some of them a year old, other than maybe 5. And they're looked at bringing their solutions to help financial institutions grow their customer bases. Our first presenter tonight is Swipe Credit. So Kevin Mobilati and his team, Charles and Chris, came in from Atlanta this week. They're part of the Techstars startup family, and they have amazing national partners like Google and Western Union. Swipe has an AI-powered platform, and it works to connect banks and credit unions to the millions of Americans that are credit invisible, but could, and probably should, be banks and credit unions' next customers or members. The second presentation you'll hear is from Vimo. The CEO of Vimo is international founder Yamini Bhatt. Now, she had her US team step up as NXTSTAGE competitors, and as it turns out, they're very popular this month. Right now, we're out in Las Vegas speaking at a leading InsurTech conference for insurance companies looking to innovate into the future. So they couldn't come to town, but they produced their video pitch, so you'll get to see it in the showcase. Vimo is all about making the sales teams, financial institutions, insurance offices, happier and more effective. They have 150,000 users and growing, and might be able to be the tool that makes your sales team smarter, better, and again, happier. So let's see how these two do what they do.
Greetings. It's my pleasure to be here with you today. My name is Kevin Mobilati. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Swipe Credit. We help banks, credit unions, and financial services organizations to grow their revenue and social impact on autopilot. So what does that mean? In the last 30 years, we've seen around 67% of banks disappear. There are over 26 million people in this country that are considered credit invisible. And there are over 4 million underserved minority small businesses. This pain is actually causing the banking industry around $640 billion a year in lost opportunity. Well, here at Swipe Credit, we help to solve that. We've developed an enterprise software as a service solution that leverages consumer and business permission data to surface up the top 1% of highly primed individuals to help you grow your revenue, as well as finding new sources of revenue for you and giving you the ability to provide social impact opportunities in your local community. We're seeing it up to 97% repayment rate, And we also give you a 360-degree view of these individuals, providing you with insights to help you develop new products and services that'll convert at a higher level, growing your revenue even further. So we break the platform up into two parts. We have the holistic view. As you can see, it's quite simple, secure, and also indispensable. Not just providing financial products and services, but also financial education as well. We also give you a tool that we call smart routing of financial data, giving you the ability to provide your clients with the right product at the right time when they need it most. We want to help you grow faster. You can see an up to 34% increase in funded loans, giving you more freedom and option with frictionless integration and boosted revenue within 90 days. Also saving money, helping to turn compliance costs into revenue drivers for your organization moving forward into the future. On our team, we have around 40+ years of enterprise software and sales experience at companies like Apple, IBM, and Sun Microsystems. We're a Techstars company backed by Google. So if you want to work with the best people in the world at this, I ask you to book a time with me or one of my team members. We stand behind our work 100% and guarantee a high-quality solution. Now, we don't work with everyone because we have limited bandwidth, so the time to make moves is now. Swipe Credit. One platform, zero barriers, and endless growth. Thank you.
My name is Michael Easton, and I'm very excited today to introduce you to Vimo. Vimo is a digital personal sales assistant and sales acceleration platform for sales and service teams. Our goal is to help 3 levels of the sales hierarchy achieve productivity and consistency. We want to help the sellers and relationship managers predict what to do next. We want to help the sales manager coach more effectively, and we want to help sales leadership make better strategic decisions. Vimo started in 2014, and since then we've grown to represent more than 60 enterprises globally. Our focus is financial services and are used by more than 200,000 salespeople. So the big thing for us is that if you can't measure what someone is doing, then how do you improve it? We want to help sales teams do more, but with less clicks and in a really simple and intuitive way. As we know with software, if it's too complicated, someone's going to use it once, maybe twice, and then they'll give up on it and go back to their old ways, maybe even using a pen and paper. So how do we solve for this? We do this by using existing data in an organization's systems like a core or a CRM, and then we add all customer interaction data and apply machine learning. By leveraging this data, Vimo helps salespeople become more productive and more efficient because it's helping them understand what they should be doing on any given day. Salespeople are prompted with next best action nudges to prioritize customers, activities, schedules, and even routes. Sales managers are alerted to how they can help their team because Vimo will recommend real-time coaching interventions for improved outcomes. For example, calling a treasury management officer before they head into a big meeting. Sales leaders learn what the most productive people are doing and what skills are driving that. For instance, the solution identifies outcomes like conversion rates or first meeting numbers and the sales behaviors behind those numbers. What we've seen with traditional CRMs is that salespeople just simply shy away from using them. Really interesting statistic from Gartner, their analysts are seeing adoption rates on average at less than 30%, even after 2 years of deployment. The problem is that CRMs are still mainly being used as a system of record and not adding value back to the salespeople. And that's really why with Vimo, we're seeing over 85% adoption because we're adding that value back. Vimo is working from the bottom up instead of the top down like traditional CRMs. Instead of being a tool for managers, Vimo helps people on the front line improve their performance and learn. And it's in the moment as well. And that's really the best way to coach someone, when something's happening rather than after the fact. To summarize, Vimo helps you own your relationships, whether it be within lines of business like commercial banking, mortgages, treasury management. Vimo will help to drive your business and the success behind it. I'll close today by saying that we would love to set up time with all of you to dig deeper into specific areas of your business where Vimo can make a positive impact. From there, whether it be in a POC or a full rollout, Vimo can be up and running in only just a few short weeks. Thank you.
Kevin. Thank you, Michael. I mean, unlimited growth, great sales. What else do you need? Well, we're going to look at some more else. We've got 2 more companies coming up. These are 2 young companies that are keenly focused on helping banks and credit unions relate better with their small and medium-sized business customers. They each offer solutions for data sharing and quicker, smoother engagement between the business customer and their financial institution. The first you'll hear will be Boss Insights. Now, CEO Karen Moynihan and her co-founder and CTO and husband, Luke, got their company off the ground in 2017. They're already an award-winning leader in open banking. This Toronto-based startup serves financial institutions all around North America. After them, we're going to have SaaS IQ. Led by CEO Michael Lee, SaaS IQ was formed in late 2019, introduced its first public-facing product last year, and did its first community bank pilot in May with its promising solution to help modernize the bank and business client interactions. Let's take a look at these 2.
FinTechs, financial institutions, how do you go about getting access to your business customer? I'm going to show you how Boss Insights has the single connection to accounting, commerce, payroll, and tax data on your business customers. We have a single connection to the global leading number of business financial data points, and we give it to you in minutes. And here's why. Your business customer is going to Google for whatever they need, lending, funding, business credit cards, payment tools, and they are finding this. If you cannot serve them in minutes, that is the yardstick that they're measuring you against. And this is what Boss Insights has been solving for fintechs and FIs. And I'm going to show you how and why. The why is it's 2021, and it's still hard to get access to real-time financial data on your businesses. To understand their cash flows, forecast their position, do due diligence for loan requests, and monitor that financing. As a result, you're sending out requests by email, getting a conglomeration of printed reports and emailed PDFs that you have to spread manually, and partial technology solutions that give you part of the data, but not all the data. So your offering is slow and risky and costly, but in a perfect world, it would be accurate, real-time, secure, and it would tell a story. So let's look at the local community. We surveyed 24 local community financial institutions, and what we found was that only 3 of you have access to any kind of online application for originating loan and funding requests. Only 1 of you is pulling credit data. None of you is pulling the actual internal financial information from your business customers, and only 1 of you is giving insights, and that's what we'd like to work with you to change. Here is our portal. So we have a single connection to the global leading data and portals to originate, decision, and monitor. So you can spin things up same day. CC Bank said that they gained 2 to 3 years of customer relationships in 60 days. And First Savings Bank said it was a winning proposition, letting them build relationships. Here are the data sources that we have. It's global leading access to accounting for financial statements, commerce for sales, payroll, and tax. And your business customers' usage of this type of information is growing at 64%. We're so proud of our results in market working with FIs and fintechs. We have shown 36% faster decisions, 5 times faster monitoring, and 60% reduction in cost and employee time. That's why we've been recognized by the industry. So I'm Karen, a former business banker and CEO of Boss Insights. If you'd like to learn more, book a demo at bossinsights.com/demo or use my QR code. I can't wait to chat with you.
Hello, my name is Michael Lee. I'm CEO and co-founder of SaaS IQ, the AI-powered bank platform for cross-selling and underwriting small business. The problem is simple. Modern fintechs today, like QuickBooks, PayPal, and Stripe, use your bank and credit union's data against you. They sell your small business customers banking products and take them away from your bank. The solution is SaaS IQ. We've made it very simple for a small business to connect their small business accounting data. We extract that data for you and then analyze it, presenting to you the information you need in order to make quick underwriting and cross-selling decisions. Step 1, a small business customer can simply go to your website or get an email invitation from SaaS IQ and connect their small business accounting data, such as products like QuickBooks, to your bank. Step 2 is our system extracts the relevant information such as financial statements, banking relationships, and insurance products for you to view. In step 3, we analyze that data. We can auto-generate ratios, metrics, or any other criteria that you'd like to analyze and see. What are the benefits? Underwriting. We can take away the manual processes that currently pervade your underwriting process and automate it, giving you quick decisioning, whether it's in pre-qualification or loan underwriting. And cross-selling. We can show you how your bank can be better at non-interest income products, selling product so they could see if they can offer $1 million loans across the nation. A customer is also leveraging our product to see if they can cross-sell insurance, small business insurance. How to work with us and why you should work with us. We're founded by experts in the accounting and tech ecosystems, and we have experience with large enterprise implementations. How can you work with us? We're currently scheduling implementations for Q4 this year and Q1 of next year. We have a 2-week implementation process, and we've already passed bank security audits. Thank you. You can reach out to me at michael@saziq.io. I'd love to work with you.
Boss Insights, SaaS IQ. I mean, if they can help you make Boss Insights, SaaS IQ. I mean, if they can help you make as a financial institution your relationships with your small business customers simpler and smoother, give them a call. Now I'm going to take a break from startups for just a minute to give you a chance to hear from one of our amazing partners, frankly, a force for the growth of this area, the vibrancy of our economy, and the look into the future for how our region can build wealth, create great quality of life, and grow business throughout the region. Let's hear from Evan Roselle, the Executive Vice President of Operations at the Greater Wichita Partnership.
Hey, I'm Evan Roselle with the Greater Wichita Partnership. We're so thankful that you're part of this process, and we're thankful at the partnership to be a part of it as well, sharing this Next Stage Innovation Showcase with y'all today. You know, as we think about what we do at the partnership and our desire to grow jobs and innovation within our regional economy, we know that the entrepreneurial and innovation economy is central to that, both now and into the future. In fact, as we see our history marked by innovation and startups and entrepreneurs, that's where we see our pathway to success going forward as well. Today's just a picture of one of the many ways that we're doing that within our region. We're really thankful for the Next Stage program and the founders who've been a part of it today. Hope you enjoy. Thank you.
Thanks, Evan, and thanks to the GWP. If there's something great happening in the world of business that's going to grow our region and keep it moving forward, GWP is right in the middle of it. So now we're going to see 3 pitches from companies with a really cool bring them along focus to their FinTech offerings. This group recognizes keenly that everyday Americans have real needs when it comes to financial literacy, building credit from scratch, and budgeting themselves and their families through hand-to-mouth times. First, for Zogo Finance, Loudon Richardson will explain how Zogo offers gamified financial education that banks, credit unions, wealth management companies, or others can use to engage with and gain the loyalty of next-generation customers. Spoiler alert, there's pineapples involved, so be watching for those. Then, CEO and founder of Cedar Credit Builder, Adam Fink, will explain how Cedar works with banking partners to allow thin file potential credit customers to build a credit record, raise their credit score with an automated borrow payback function on a small line of credit, building tomorrow's legitimate banking customers, loan customers, and participants in the financial industry with their capability. And then you'll hear from Patricia Campbell. She's the CEO and founder behind MyFondie. Patricia has rolled out an app that allows people to budget, wait for it, 1 paycheck at a time, like most Americans live. And she's looking to grow her stable of bank and credit union partners to offer advice, support, and their financial products to MyFondie users. Let's take a look at these 3 startups.
At Zogo, we built a gamified financial literacy app that makes learning about finance fun, simple, and social. And the reason we started Zogo was because the way that financial education is delivered today It's often in a classroom by a local financial institution and leads to scenes that look a little bit like this, where students are in the back, they're sleeping, they're on their phones, they're not paying attention. And the reason we know this is because we are Gen Zers ourselves. We were in this classroom not that long ago. We've experienced this problem. And so what we built is a better way for people to learn financial education and connect with local financial institutions. Our app teaches financial education in very short, bite-sized modules that reward users for learning. So as you complete lessons in the app, you earn points that you can redeem for popular retailer gift cards, all courtesy of your local financial institution. We launched 2 years ago in November of 2019, and today we have over 100 financial institution partners that use Zogo as a tool to educate and engage their customers and prospective customers and build customer loyalty. We've gained over 350,000 users so far who've collectively completed over 10 million modules in the app. For our partnerships, they are completely co-branded with financial institutions. You can see your logo is in the top right of the screen. You can also add lessons to our 350 plus already existing bite-sized lessons in the app. You can add them about your history, the great things that you're doing at your financial institution, and any cool products and services that you might think are appealing to the younger generation. In terms of stats we've seen so far, 96% of users have indicated that Zogo has increased their financial literacy. The average person has done 40 lessons, and 71% of users have indicated that Zogo has increased their loyalty to the sponsoring institution. In terms of implementation, we worked hard to make this as simple as possible for you. The hardest thing you're gonna have to do is send us your logo. We can launch within 24 hours for our standalone app. We can also integrate onto your website and integrate into your mobile banking app. If you'd like to try out the app, we have an access code for you to use, Zogo Bank, Z-O-G-O Bank. You can go on the App Store, download the app today, give it a try, give it to any young people in your life. And if you'd like to connect with Zogo and learn a little more about how we can help get you in front of younger generations, you can visit us at zogofinance.com and reach out today. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Adam Fink, and I'm the founder and CEO of Cedar. The Cedar Credit Builder is a brand new way for the millions of Americans with thin or no credit profile to start their credit journey on the right path. The Credit Builder also helps banks and credit unions like yourselves minimize one of the greatest risks impacting you today, and that's dwindling engagement. The value of engagement is clear when you see that 42% of highly engaged consumers have 6 or more financial products with their bank. And banks here in the regional and community area are struggling with engagement the most, with only 1 in 4 consumers being rated as highly or moderately engaged. This very simple data element leads to a very negative impact on overall new account openings, with a 50% decrease in share of new account applications compared to the mega banks and neobanks over the last 3 years. But don't worry, Cedar's here to help you build engagement by appealing to the new and emerging growth markets in your communities. What we're really here focusing on is credit development, and we're going to do this through 3 main initiatives. First, we're going to inform your clients on credit and credit scores. The Cedar team will help in marketing efforts in your communities aimed at 2 key demographics, consumers aged 18 to 24, as well as the immigrant new American population. We then move on to credit development to help build credit profiles that'll help generate trust and loyalty within your organization. That trust and loyalty becomes your foundation to move these customers up into additional products that your organization already offers. The Credit Builder is a simple $100 line of credit with no interest rate, no late fees, and no NSF fees. Eligibility is completely dependent on the cash flow data automatically obtained from the onboarding of that consumer. The very special piece here is our autopilot program that automates the money moves that the consumer needs in order to build credit in a safe manner. Consumer just goes about living their life and they get the credit built. In the end, all of this is done with no credit checks, no security deposits, and no long-term commitments. Simply, we'll do the work and you build the credit. Let's take a quick look at the money. We have charge a simple model of $3,000 in implementation fee to get your organization up and running. And we charge $1,000 a month to maintain the platform and charge $2.50 per member per month to service your active users. You as an organization generate revenue between the margin of those expenses and the monthly membership fees that are paid by the consumer. If you're doing the math in your head, you can see that we are not a revenue leader in your organization, but we are a value leader in developing and supporting your organizational strategic objectives. So when we look at our team, we're here to support you. We have world-class experts ready to start integration right now. Depending on how your organization wants to work, we can support you. We look forward to working with you in the future. Thank you very much for your time, and we appreciate all your support.
Hello, everyone. My name is Patricia Campbell, and I'm the founder and CEO of MyFondi. Just to give you a little background on myself, I started my career within one of the Big Four accounting firms and later moved my career into the banking industry. I'm also a certified public accountant in the state of Pennsylvania. According to CNBC, 63% of Americans have been living paycheck to paycheck since the pandemic hit the United States. Of those 63%, 44% indicated that they were already living beyond their means before the pandemic hit the United States. MyFondi realizes that if the majority of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck and living beyond their means, we need to work directly to that point, and that's by budgeting one paycheck at a time. We meet our users where they are with support, advisement, and a tool to get them where they want to be financially. Our competitors such as YNAB, Mint, and EveryDollar only allows their users to see their budget in a monthly format. MyFondi provides a real-time analysis of their budget, matching their pay frequency and their bank account, which equip our users with better future planning. They know how much they're spending and how much they have in their bank account, which is invaluable information to our customers. MyFondi would like to partner with local banks, credit union, and financial services, and there's 4 ways we can make that happen. First is by giving your customers the MyFondi app. This will allow them to take hold of their finances and be able to reach their financial goals. Second is through advertisement. This is where you're able to advertise your products and services to our customers through our MyFondi app. The third way is through partnership. This will be a referral service, so when our customers are ready to take that next step in their financial journey, we can partner them with the correct people. Lastly, is customer data analysis. This is where we provide you with invaluable information on customer spending, debt management, and savings habits, so you're better to market your products to your customers. We have tested the MyFondi way in my hometown of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, my husband's hometown of Cleveland, Ohio, and now our new hometown of South Florida. We want to bring the MyFondi way to your local communities. Financial wellness is our #1 priority, and we want to make that a priority for your customers as well. I want to thank you for taking the time out to learn more about MyFondi. I hope we can partner with you and work with your customers in the future. Once again, thank you for learning more about MyFondi.
Zogo, Cedar, MyFondi, they are reaching real Americans and can help banks, credit unions, and financial services organizations in this area reach them too. Greater engagement, greater education. Let's get them learning. Let's get them building credit. Let's get them budgeting and managing their finances well. That's what these startups are all about. Now, our next 2 pitches are all about identity verification and fraud prevention. I'm not sure there's a bigger headache in banking or commerce or life these days. First, you'll hear from David Lomiashvili, CEO and co-founder of Identomat. David is from Georgia, and I'm not talking about the one in this hemisphere. And he and his co-founder, who live in Champaign, Illinois, came down to Wichita this week to add to their 55 global customers who have implemented Identomat's authentication tools to enable seamless customer onboarding. Then you'll get a glimpse at the capabilities of authenticating.com from their founder and CEO, Stephen Ward. They've also earned 50+ customers for their global identity verification, background check, and know your customer monitoring solutions. Let's see it.
In 2019, while helping a large financial organization automate their credit approval process, we noticed that the largest source of friction for their customers were identity verification and compliance data collection that were also done manually and were taking up to a few days. That's when we realized that helping organizations enable their customers to access their services remotely and securely would not only help their bottom line and improve their business resiliency, but also allow them to acquire happier, more satisfied customers and grow their business even amidst the global pandemic. And so we created Identomat, an end-to-end identity verification and anti-money laundering compliance system. Identomat's AI solution automatically checks that your customer is a real person by giving them a random prompt to smile, and that their photo ID really does belong to them. If needed, you can enhance your customer verification flow with address verification, with live video chat if you have human agents, and with anti-money laundering screening powered by exhaustive data from the consumer data giants. Imagine being able to verify and onboard your customers in seconds as opposed to hours or days, all the while cutting related costs over tenfold. So how do we get you to this promised land? Because full digital transformation of your onboarding and compliance operations will likely involve several steps. But don't worry, our founders and top decision makers will be there for you at every step of the way. In addition to making our integration process so simple that it takes less than a day, our team has amassed an extensive regulatory know-how, document kits, and digital assets to help you breeze through this process. Speaking of the team, we have assembled a group of 20+ extremely talented data scientists and legal experts with team leaders with 10+ years of experience in product innovation and strategy, and building government nationwide solutions, and even heading a central bank's legal department. All this is why Identomat is already powering ID verification for 50+ organizations around the world, and why we just closed a $3.5 million seed round. By utilizing power of Identomat and fully digital channels, community banks, credit unions, and local financial organizations can now provide their signature customer service to much larger audiences. Thank you, and we invite you to join us on a mission to unlock a truly digital economy.
Hi, I'm Steve Ward, founder and CEO of Authenticating.com. We help you make better decisions faster with our identity verification and fraud prevention technology. Now, most people recognize me as the host of VH1's Tough Love, where for 6 seasons, I helped desperate singles stomp out the fraud in their love lives. But now, the problem's a lot bigger than just catfishing. Romance scams and confidence fraud are the #2 source of cybercrime in this country, just behind phishing emails. Number 3 is non-payment or non-delivery for goods or services purchased online. Identity fraud has affected nearly 50 million people in this country just last year alone, with losses totaling over $56 billion. How can we stop this problem? With our proprietary technology, we will allow you to be able to authenticate anyone from anywhere instantaneously. We can instantly detect fraud or forgery within any government-issued ID worldwide. We also have the ability to compare the face of the individual holding that ID to the face in the license itself, along with liveness detection and anti-spoofing technology to be sure that you are authenticating that individual. Then we give you the ability to check any government watch list worldwide for any type of potential anti-money laundering risk. And also, if you want to enhance that due diligence, we can instantly verify professional licenses, employment, education. We can even source any derogatory financial data that appears in the public record instantaneously. Now, how does it work? You just simply embed our technology into the flow of your user wherever you need us to authenticate somebody. Everything else is done instantaneously behind the scenes. So all the user has to do is simply open up the application, press a button. It's as simple as depositing a check. We focus in on the ID. We'll auto crop, enhance, and rotate so that you can see you got a nice clean picture. And then you simply look into the camera and blink, literally. With just a blink of an eye, you can prove you are who you say you are. Why would you rather use our technology than try to build this yourself? Well, first of all, we already handle all the data compliance and the rules and regulations around user privacy. You're not going to have to do all that research and development with the deep dive product capability testing that we've already done for you. We're going to help you bring your products and customers to market faster. and you don't have to stop to mediate any discrepancies in data. We're going to guarantee you that uptime and that reliability so that you can sleep well at night knowing your applications will always work. I'm Steve Ward. I can be found at authenticating.com, and I hope to hear from you. Thank you.
I'll tell you, verifying my identity as a consumer, I want it to be right, I want it to be accurate, but I also want it to be fast and easy, and not just when I first become a customer, but maybe when I can't remember my password. So, thank you, Identimat and Authenticating, for tackling this problem head on for our financial institutions and everyday people who can't quite remember their passwords. All right, now we're going to take a quick break in pitches before we hit the home stretch, and we're going to introduce one of our great partners. So BKD CPAs and advisors have helped make today possible. Frankly, COVID has played havoc with the NXTSTAGE program over the last year and a half. We really hoped to have this innovation showcase this year in a giant room with all of you joining us. That wasn't quite the right thing to do this year, but we did manage to bring our founders into town to give them an amazing Wichita experience, and a few members of the NXTSTAGE and Nextus family here into the room during the showcase tonight. And for that, we have BKD to thank. So let's hear from Carrie Emerson with BKD CPAs and Advisors.
BKD is proud to support the entrepreneurial spirit, which has stoked change and growth for our country. Since BKD's founding almost 100 years ago, we have provided sound financial advice and valuable resources to help companies in all stages of growth make tough business decisions. Whether it's tax, research and development, or investment assistance, BKD is here for you. We wish the best to every participant in today's competition and encourage you to reach out to BKD with any questions you have as you develop your product. Everyone needs a trusted advisor. Who's yours? BKD is proud to...
Thanks, BKD. Now for the home stretch, our last innovators to pitch. First, you will hear about a technology offering from Mall IQ and its CEO and co-founder Batu Sat that offers financial institutions a chance to provide real-time, pinpoint accurate reads on where their cardholders are shopping, like at a particular store in the mall or at a car dealership, to engage with them and offer deals and products in real time. Then you'll hear from Brian Young. He's the co-founder and CEO of Home Lending Pal. He will describe how they've built a two-sided marketplace of potential home buyers and potential lenders that helps actual humans who behave like actual humans and want things like actual humans navigate the home search process smoothly and well, and helps lenders securely and effectively make smart loan decisions without the noise of demographic data. This promotes lending equality. Lastly, you'll hear from Amber Masters. She's the founder and CEO of Paidback. Amber grew up in Tulsa, Oklahoma, went to law school, and found herself buried under student loans. She paid those back and then developed the Paidback app to help others stay motivated and on track to pay off debt. She's looking for financial industry partners who want to get their products in front of Paidback's thousands of users. Let's hear from these guys.
Hi. My name is Batu Sat, co-founder and CEO of Mall IQ, location intelligence for banks and credit unions. We're increasing your card and loan revenues via personalized mobile engagements. We have developed a unique location technology that is accurate and scalable. It predicts purchase intent, engages your customers before their purchase, and increases your wallet share. We're two co-founders with PhDs in AI and indoor location tech with 35 years of experience at Cisco, Microsoft, and Qualcomm. We're serving global brands such as FIS, BNP Paribas, HSBC, Samsung, and Starbucks. The problem is, customer has many ways to pay, in addition to credit cards, mobile payment, and buy now, pay later apps. Increased competition shifted the focus from acquisition to wallet share. FIs partnered with merchants to offer rewards, but personalization is key to success. We have an easy-to-use campaign tool for card and loan CRM teams, SDK to integrate to their mobile app, customer journey analytics to discover the right offers to procure, and a campaign dashboard to deliver offers at the right time and location before purchase. At Mall IQ, we digitize the physical world. indoors and outdoors, with our unique location technology. Our algorithms find which floor, which corridor, and which store the customer visits, all without any hardware. We have an extensive coverage in the US, including shopping malls, downtowns, and car dealers. We help global brands like BNP Paribas to increase notification to purchase by 4x, increasing activation, retention, and wallet share. Our SDK easily integrates without any personally identifiable information and produces 10x more data than banks have. We already serve 12 million monthly active users and process 8 billion location calls globally. We have a great track record of customer testimonials, case studies, and awards. We're MallIQ, the trusted location intelligence solution for increasing card and loan revenue via personalized mobile engagements. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Brian Young, and I am the CEO and co-founder of Home Lending Pal. And we have built the first AI-powered mortgage advisor within a marketplace environment to give consumers a better understanding of their likelihood for approval with different lenders before committing to move forward. But why are we doing this? Well, the process of becoming a homeowner is very much difficult for marginalized groups, specifically minorities and women within today's society. What we are looking to do is turn a complex process of buying a home into an Amazon-like shopping experience that allows these consumers to collect, validate, and then hide their personal identifiable information until after the lending decision is made. As a lender, this helps them better address diversity and inclusion, specifically the Community Reinvestment Act, by allowing them to have better marketing tools. And we minimize mortgage discrimination by hiding their information until after the lending decision is made and making everyone look the same. And then we're also helping the borrower to better understand predatory lending habits. It is very important to know that our artificial intelligence isn't actually making a lending decision. What it is actually doing is educating the borrower on what to expect outside of the typical monthly mortgage payment before they commit to anything. So why is this important? Well, we are the first marketplace to ever try to do anything like this. More importantly, we're allowing the consumers to see what lenders would see before they begin the process of going through applying for a home. We're bringing in FICO scores to give them a better understanding of what their credit would be. We're pulling the last 24 months worth of financial information to determine impact on their cash flow and lifestyle. And then more importantly, we're utilizing blockchain as a method to collect, validate, and then hide their information, as I mentioned. And over the past 2 years, we've gained a lot of traction. We are backed by groups like Flagstar Bank, IBM, FICO, Experian, and others. This ecosystem and network is growing at a very fast and quick pace, and we're really excited about the potential that it has to really close that home ownership gap and allow women and minorities a better chance at becoming homeowners in the future. And our impact has been really great so far. To date, over the past year, we've helped over 1,500 potential homeowners become homeowners. Our current database is representing about 33% are women and minorities. We have over 20,000 active users that spend, on average, about 15 minutes per session on our platform. They generally search about 10 homes before connecting to up to 3 lenders to work with within our ecosystem. We've done a lot in terms of listening to both the borrowers and the lenders in this process, and we are bringing in regulatory bodies to also help with this process as well. So if helping us build a progressive marketplace and finding out ways to better address your fair lending needs as well as reach minorities is a top priority for you, please feel free to scan our QR code, and I'd be more than happy to give you a demo of the product, or you can feel free to contact me at byoung@homelendingpal.com. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Amber, and I'm the founder of Paidback, which is a debt motivational tool for our end user and a financial product marketplace for our partners. And this is Jenny. She's an actual user of our app with $25K in credit card debt and $330K in student loans. And the first time she used Paidback, she was able to save $38K on her debt, and we were able to provide a partner with a new customer. When Jenny first logs into the app, she simply uses her online banking credentials to link each of her debt accounts so that she can track them all in one place. We'll also store useful information for Jenny, like her interest rates, so that we can recommend better loan products to Jenny. We also helped Jenny discover savings in the app through our AI suggestions. So here, the app recognized that she was likely paying too much in interest on her student loans, so recommended that she refinance. She used one of our debt calculators to discover how much she could save and realized she could save $38K in interest by refinancing with a partner, which she did. We We also allow Jenny to text our debt experts her burning debt questions. This also provides us another opportunity to recommend financial products to Jenny. We help Jenny celebrate milestones in the app, such as when she makes an extra debt payment. So here, she earned $50 extra on a side hustle and paid it towards her highest interest credit card. We sent her a congratulatory message for doing so and displayed it in our public feed where her followers can like and comment on her progress. In the same feed, she can share something via her status update bar, and it's where we display ads and personal finance content from our partners. We make money when our partners make money when we sell their financial products in the app. This ranges from personal loans to student loans, mortgages, credit cards, and even student loan consultations. We also help our partners by providing customer data. So when our users enter in calculator entries, or we can integrate pre-qualification forms, as well as when our users make their extra debt payments, and we're even able to provide our partners with the types of questions that our customers are asking via text. We have over 11,000 users, 3,300 of them are monthly subscribers, 3,500 of them have taken on loan products in the app so far. In terms of competition, there are certainly personal finance apps out there, but no one's doing exactly what we're doing, where debt freedom is the end goal and we're niched just towards debt. No one's providing the social connection our audience seems to crave. They're not all cheap, and they certainly aren't all fun, but we are. I am Amber. I am a Tulsa native and a lawyer who's paid off $350K in student loans myself using the principles I put into the app, which have been seen in places like CNBC and Yahoo Finance. Josh and Keith are on development and design with plenty of years of experience under their belts, and that is paid back. Thank you for your time. Looking forward to connecting.
Thank you so much, Dr. Schott and Brian and Amber. Some of you may recognize Brian. He is our first ever returning finalist in the NXTSTAGE pilot competition. He competed last year in our totally virtual competition, and he took the input from our regional banks and used it to continue to develop his solution, and his growth has taken off astronomically. So we're so interested to get this vision for these startups, get them integrated with their real customers here in the heart of America so that they can keep serving customers, building their capabilities for banks, credit unions, and financial institutions, and growing into the promising future that we think these all have. So thanks, you guys. So now we're going to hear from a friend of what we do, a guy by the name of Steve Case. He was the founder of AOL back when the internet was just a baby. And when he sold AOL and used those proceeds to start up a family of funds called Revolution. And he's become a real thought leader and, frankly, a loud voice for why the middle of the country deserves attention in terms of startup energy, investment dollars, and focus for tomorrow's innovations. He thinks that the Heartland has got the people, the talent, the ideas, and just needs a little more fuel and support to really come into its own as a home for tomorrow's technologies. Now, he started a thing called the Rise of the Rest, the big colorful bus that comes around to cities in the Heartland and the Midwest and showcases entrepreneurial ecosystems. We thought we might get the big bus here last year and then earlier this year, and COVID had other plans. But he's also got some Wichita ties, and he's excited to talk with you here today. So let's hear from Steve Case.
Hi, everybody. It's great to be with you, even though here virtually, we were hoping to be there in person with our Rise of the Rest bus as part of Wichita Startup Weekend. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. We are looking forward to getting back to Wichita as soon as we can. We're also going to be soon announcing the winners of some of the investments that we're making in Wichita and some of the other cities we were planning to visit. For those who don't know, I actually have a connection to Wichita. I actually lived in Wichita in the early 1980s when I worked for Pizza Hut, which was headquartered there at the time, and saw at the time, you know, some of the great companies that were growing, Coke and others. I'm so excited that the Wichita startup community is really coming together. The Startup Week, I think, is a great kind of anchor event. I think it's great that banks and financial institutions are working together to really focus, particularly on this competition on FinTech startups. This really does seem like a moment, and this has been brewing now for more than a decade in terms of what's happening in these Rise of the Rest cities like a Wichita. But the pandemic clearly has kind of been a shake the snow globe moment. People are rethinking work and life. We're seeing an unbundling of how you work and how you live, which creates opportunities for cities around the country that maybe were left out in the last 20 years when all the venture capital was focused on places like Silicon Valley. So exciting time. I really look forward to getting back to Wichita. Keep up the great work. Really seize this moment. Recognize it's time for Wichita to lean into the future, lean into supporting startups. Thanks, and good luck to all the competition.
Thanks, Steve. Couldn't agree more. Exciting times, and let's lean in. All right, so I'm going to talk briefly about some partners that have leaned in and were core supporters of this Next Stage financial technology competition. First, I'm going to mention Intrust Bank. So 2 years ago or so, when we first were hatching this idea, Charlie Chandler and the team at Intrust got on board as a founding partner. And they've been a little less involved this year because they are in deep with their own technological journey. But Steve Castro-Miller, their innovation leader, has been a most valuable player, if you will, for helping take our field of 107 competitors in this FinTech competition down to our 12 finalists. We're excited to have Intrust with us, and I talked with their team today, and while they're not going to be ready to do pilots this second, they took a look at this year's crop of finalists and started to think about their 2022 plans, and they see a lot of impressive finalists and interesting capabilities that might be their next innovation move. So thanks for being on the team, Intrust. And then Fidelity Bank. The Bastian family, and Aaron Bastian is the current president and CEO of Fidelity, has been deeply committed to all that Nextus does and to the Next Stage pilot competition as well. I've got some words from Aaron that I'm going to share. And Aaron, you would deliver them much better, but I will do my best. So Aaron says, it's an exciting time to be in banking and experience the ways in which technology is driving business performance and improving service delivery. This year's Next Stage FinTechs exemplify the type of innovation that is pushing the industry forward. We are certainly impressed with their capabilities and are eager to explore potential partnerships that align with our long-term strategic direction. We sincerely appreciate this opportunity to participate and applaud the entrepreneurial spirit of the participating FinTechs. So Fidelity Bank is watching you, you 12. Okay, so now I'm excited to bring to the stage our third and final founding pilot partner, and he's going to actually share some time with us today. Please welcome from Emprise Bank, the chairman and CEO, Matt Michaelis.
Thank you, Mary Beth. Great to be here in person.
Come on in, come closer, nestle in with, I'm just glad to have someone else with me here on this stage today.
It's great to be here.
So we're going to spend a little bit of time with Matt, and then we'll get to maybe some news that he might have for us. We'll see. First, I want to ask you, why did you get involved with Next Stage? What do you see as the purpose and the value here?
Two very, very important reasons. First relates to our community. You know, Wichita has a long legacy of entrepreneurialism. I think this is one of our strongest characteristics as a community, and really a key driver of our growth going into the future. So I see this as an investment in the infrastructure that will continue to support and grow the entrepreneurial ecosystem here.
No, that's awesome, and we appreciate that commitment, and frankly, I feel the energy. I feel it from you, I feel it from other leaders around town that are seeing an increased participation in the innovation economy as a key to our growth in the future. So we're excited about that.
But Mary Beth, we also see it in our own business, right? We are keenly aware of what the competitive environment is doing around us. And we know that technology is driving that to a large extent. So companies like the 12 that we have here are key to really pushing customers' expectations around the experience that they have. And the only way that we're going to continue to keep up with that is by partnering and learning from companies like these.
No, I think that's, you make a great point. This is a really interesting time. You know, banking, credit unions, financial services companies, hundreds of years they've been around.
Yeah.
This seems like a really pivotal time for how they operate, how they interact with customers, with technology at the heart of it. Do you agree?
Absolutely. And we think the change is just accelerating and will continue to do so, driven in large part by technology. Again, the 12 companies that sit here represent the tip of the spear in terms of innovation, and we know we have to keep up with that. What we always say is a customer's last experience is their new expectation.
Yeah.
And so in order to keep up with that, again, comes back to learning from and partnering with companies like this.
Yeah, this intent to increase the pace of innovation in our region, you're a great example of that, right? A company with a long history, but leaping into the future at the pace that the customer demands and that the industry is innovating elsewhere in the world or the country. We want it here. We want to be the leader, and appreciate you being a part of that.
We have to transform our business just like everybody else is.
Fair. No, great point. Okay, I'm going to step aside because I think you might have some news.
I have a little bit of news. Thank you, Mary Beth. Again, Mary Beth, you and the Nexus team have put on a world-class program again this year. I can't thank you enough for that. And the entire cohort of finalists are as strong as we've ever seen in a competition like this. Thank you to all of the FinTech participants. You've made this an incredibly vibrant and diverse competition. And to the finalists that we have here with us today, congratulations. You are an impressive group. At Emprise Bank, we are thrilled to be a founding partner of the NXTSTAGE pilot competition. Thanks to this program, over the last 2 years, we've had the opportunity to engage with numerous FinTech startups from across the world, each bringing an innovative solution along with diverse perspectives and backgrounds. Ultimately, this has been a huge help in fueling our innovation to deliver enhanced experiences to our customers. Today, we're excited to announce our intent to pursue a pilot with one of the finalists, Cedar Credit Builder. Cedar's innovative yet simple solution to a critical consumer obstacle stood out to our team. Very simply, Adam and his team built a product to help customers build improved credit scores through positive payment history and automation. This aligns perfectly with our mission of empowering people to thrive and will accelerate our ability to deliver a more personalized and relevant experience to our customers. In addition, we're excited to continue our conversations with 3 other finalists, Boss Insights, Vimo, and Zogo. Each company brings creative solutions that we believe can continue to drive our innovation within our customer experience. We look forward to the potential for additional pilots that may result from these conversations. Thank you again to Nexus and each of the finalists. NXTSTAGE continues to contribute significantly to Emprise Bank's innovation journey, and importantly, to the continued development of our region's startup ecosystem. Thank you, Mary Beth.
The studio audience, the family here, the small but mighty group that's in the room is pretty excited. So thank you so much to all of our partners. Thank you to you who've tuned in today and others that might pick this up on YouTube as we go forward. We want to spread the word around the financial services industry in our region that these 12 companies have innovative solutions to offer them. They've come to town, they've felt the environment, they've enjoyed learning about what our banks, credit unions, and financial services organizations in this region need, and no matter where they came from, they're ready to serve those as they continue their journeys of developing innovative solutions that help real people and real businesses connect better and lean into the future of financial services. From all of us here at Nexus and NXTSTAGE, thank you so much for your time. And as Matt said, this is all about developing our region's startup ecosystem and increasing the pace of innovation here in Wichita, here in Kansas, to not just match, but exceed what we see happening elsewhere. We want to plant a flag that this could in fact be the pilot capital of the world, that we could be the early adopters of tomorrow's technologies and have that be a loud signal to modern talent, to great businesses, and to our own community that we've got a bright future ahead. Thank you so much for joining us, and have a great day.